Hello students, in this video we will multiply polynomials. And really the only thing you've got to remember when multiplying polynomials is our product rule for exponents. If we multiply like bases, for example a to the m times a to the n, then we add those exponents and this becomes a to the m plus n. There's your background. Here we go. In example 1, we will find each product. Now remember that when you're multiplying, we can multiply these factors in any order. So you might think to bring your coefficients, the -8 and -9, to the front, and then your variable factors, m to the 6th times m to the 5th, at the back of this product. -8 times -9 is positive 72. Multiplying like bases, we add those exponents and call this m to the 11th. 6 plus 5 is 11. 72 m to the 11th. In part B, we'll multiply, and here I want you to just think distributive property. We're going to multiply -2x to the 4th times each of these three terms, okay, in our trinomial. Now let's go ahead and just perform that multiplication. -2 times 3 is -6. X to the 4th times x squared is x to the 6th, adding exponents. -2 times +2 is a -4. And x to the 4th times x is x to the 5th. -2 times a -5 is a +10. And don't lose your x to the 4th. So our answer there, -6x to the 6th minus 4x to the 5th plus 10x to the 4th. Now in example 2, we want to continue and multiply. And again, I want you to think distributive property as we begin by distributing the x squared. X squared times 2x squared is 2x to the 4th. X squared times -5x is a -5x to the 3rd. X squared times 3 is 3x squared. Now we move to the -4 and distribute it. -4 times 2x squared is -8x squared. -4 times a -5x is positive 20x. And -4 times 3 is -12. And as a last step, let's go ahead and combine our like terms. And let's write this as 2x to the 4th minus 5x to the 3rd. 3 minus 8 is a -5x squared plus 20x and minus 12. So just think distributive property on these. In example 3, we're going to continue multiplying. Our directions here are to find each product, and the product is an answer to a multiplication problem. In part A, we're going to multiply two binomials, and I'm going to distribute, starting with the x. X times x is x squared. X times -6 is -6x. -2 times x is -2x. And -2 times -6 is +12. Now you might hear that your process here is called a FOIL method. F-O-I-L. And what is meant by that is when we multiply two binomials, we start by multiplying the first terms in each binomial, F for first, then our outer terms, O for outer, then our inner terms, I for inner, and then the last terms of each binomial, represented by the L. So you might hear that we are using a FOIL method to multiply binomials, and that's what we mean by that. Now as the last step, let's combine our like terms here and write this as x squared minus 8x and plus 12. In part B, we're again going to multiply binomials, and I'm going to use that FOIL method, multiplying our first terms. 4x times 2x is 8x squared. Our outer terms, 4xy. Now we move to our inner terms, our inner product, minus 2xy. And our last product, which is minus y squared. And oftentimes when you use the FOIL method and multiply binomials, you'll be able to combine your inner and outer products. Let's go ahead and do that now. 4xy minus 2xy is 2xy. And minus y squared hanging out at the end. And notice that we stopped there because none of these terms are alike and we cannot combine them. In part C here of example 3, okay, we've got 3 polynomials to multiply, and we can start with any 2 of them. I'm going to start with the last 2, our binomials, because something unique is going to happen here. So let's just write our minus 2x to the 5th so we don't lose it. Open a parenthesis and let's FOIL. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. Outer product, minus 15x. Inner product, ooh, that's a plus 15x. And lastly, a minus 25. So we notice here that our inner and outer products are opposites and they cancel each other out. Negative 15x plus 15x is 0x, or 0, isn't it? So that leaves 9x squared minus 25 in parentheses. But don't stop there. Let's continue our multiplication as we distribute the minus 2x to the 5th. Okay, multiplying that times 9x squared gives negative 18x to the 7th. And multiplying times, say, negative 25 gives positive 50x to the 5th. So our final answer there, negative 18x to the 7th plus 50x to the 5th. Well, good luck on those problems that involve multiplying polynomials.